Hello, everyone. This is week number 20 of my 52-week challenge to do a live stream every single week on LinkedIn. I'm here with Gracie Ruth Melendez from LA. How are you doing today?
Hi, Stephen. I'm doing well. Hi. Thank you
Yeah,
for
I'm
having me.
glad to have you here. I've joined some of your events before. I joined some of your events with Bruce as well. So I'm glad to have you on my LinkedIn live show.
Great. Thank you. Mm.
Gracie, do you mind spending a couple minutes talking about who you are, what you do?
Yes, I'm Gracie Ruth Melendez. I'm a LinkedIn trainer, coach, and content creator. I help my clients stand out from the crowd by creating content that speaks to their ideal clients, and I help them build relationships on LinkedIn.
Yeah, definitely. So that's our topic for today. Building strategic relationships on LinkedIn. There's a right way to do it, and there's a wrong way to do it, and we'll cover both here. Just want to highlight. Hi, Jonide. I was able to meet Jonide in person. Let's see, 2 weeks ago when I visited New York. So quick hello, but great to see you in person a couple of weeks ago, Jonide. So oh, we got more comments coming in. Hi, Maria. How are you doing today?
Hi, Maria.
So, hey, we got a lot of people showing up. I think it's just because you're here too as well, Gracie. All right, so let's just start kind of overall, Gracie. Why is networking important?
Networking is how you grow your business. Every business needs to network, and not just to collect business cards or collect connections, to get to know people, genuinely get to know them as a person, as a human being. And that's how, in the old days prior to internet, people used to say, well, there was word of mouth marketing. So this is similar to word of mouth marketing, just that we're online and we're networking, we're getting to know people. And the more people you know, the more connections you build, but not in the terms of connecting, I have a 10,000 connections. It's more like, okay, so and so may introduce me to a CEO. I may introduce so and so with a company or someone who they want to build a relationship, and possibly in the future uh, start, collaborate on a project.
Yeah, absolutely. You made a great point there. It's not just about the quantity of a network or a quantity of how big your network are or how many connections you have. It's about the quality as well. So we'll talk a little bit more about that. It's not just, oh, I have 10,000 followers or 30,000 or 100,000 followers. It's, well, what do you do with it, right? And Gracie, you talked about, hey, these are good relationships to have to support your business. If you don't own a business, you can utilize your network when you're job searching, when you need a recommendation, when you need help for anything you need to work on. So networking is always important. And I also want to add is you always want to be networking. You don't want to be networking when you're looking for a job or when you just got laid off or when you're about to start a business. You always want to build up that network all the time, and then always maintain that network as well. Reach out to people and make sure you keep those relationships going.
Right. Someone recently said, "Well, I have a good job. I'm not looking for a job. I don't want to network." But like you said, you're not gonna look for you're not gonna network when you're out of the job and you're like, "Oh, I need to find a job now." It's like your car insurance. You're not gonna get insurance right after you had a car accident. You wanna, prepare ahead.
That's I like that analogy. Um, Hey June, good to see you here in the comments. Happy Friday, definitely happy Friday. And then
Happy Friday,
absolutely
June.
June, quality over quantity. So
Mhm.
Gracie, I think you know everyone in the comments so far, right?
Yes, yes, I know a lot of them. Good to see you all.
And then yep, absolutely right there, Joe Knight. You have to network well before you need something. So it goes with your car insurance analogy there.
Yes.
Yeah. Always be networking. So so Gracie, how do you network on LinkedIn? What are some of your best tips here?
Okay. On LinkedIn, if I'm brand new, I don't know, you have to build a network. So know your who is your ideal client, who is someone that will help you get to your ideal client or introduce you to your ideal client. And you can start by connecting with people you already know, like people from your past jobs or people from other networks that are your friends. Let's say friends that I met in person. For instance, I met Bruce back in 2019 in person at a LinkedIn local event. So when that was in person. So moving fast forward, we have continuously engaging conversations on LinkedIn. We have continuously engaging his post and my post, and through his connections, I have been able to make new uh, business relationships, friendly relationships that have helped me grow and help me grow in terms of not just, oh, 10,000 connections again, building, getting to know people for who they are,
Mhm.
genuinely getting to know them. So I can confidently say my connections are people that I either have met in person or I have connected through LinkedIn and build a conversation.
Yeah, and I want to add on to that. You have your existing network with people you worked with in the past, like you said, Gracie, or people you met before. I would add, you have a target. You want certain people in your network, like, oh, I want to, eventually I want to work at this company. So you start reaching out on LinkedIn to people who work at those companies, who work in positions that you want to be in, and you just send them a connection request and say, hey, I am really interested in what you do at this company. That's where I want to go in the future. I want to connect. And after you connect, you send them a message. You say, hey, would you be open to having a 15, 30-minute phone call, coffee chat, Zoom call, just to learn a little bit more? So yeah, absolutely, Gracie. Just have that genuine reason why you want to connect with someone, right? Don't go there, try to sell whatever product right away. Get to know that person, build that relationship as well.
Right. And that's something that it surprises me that still there's people who, uh, they send you a connection request, just a random connection request, and immediately they send you their pitch. So I don't know what's going on with them. They don't know proper protocol, or they don't know about building relationships.
Yeah, it's I hate those messages as well, and I just do the same thing back. Just to kind of I don't know what the point is, but like today someone connected with me. He's a digital marketer, and I say, hey, what are you passionate about? Or I picked out something on his profile, like, why did you want to connect? And he just sent me his Fiverr link. He's like, I'm a digital marketer. He sent me sent me his Fiverr link. So I said, oh, I'm a career coach. I sent him my career coaching booking link, and he said, fine. I'm like, yeah, like, see, it doesn't work that way, right? Or
No.
when someone like says, "Oh, like I have a unique opportunity for you," or like, like I have like this deal or something, you can buy my services, and then I'm like, okay, and I just make my pitch right back at them, and it's don't do that on LinkedIn. Don't just start selling right off the bat.
No, that's not how business is. Uh, you know, that's not the proper way to reach your goals.
Absolutely not. Yeah, a lot of comments here. So thank you, Gracie, for being really popular here. Let's see here. Yep. Yep, want to highlight June. Oh, I highlighted this earlier, but always be proactive. Um, Hi, Dave. Hope you've been well. Thanks for commenting. I like this comment here, June. When are we having a cook-off? So I don't have a specific date yet. We'll see what the LinkedIn live schedule comes up. The next following weeks here. But I actually did a cooking class for work to cook miso
Oh,
soup, but they couldn't record it because no one was the host of the Zoom. So they asked me to do it again. So I'm thinking, well, I'm going to do it on a LinkedIn live. And I get to have the recording, and I'll send it to the team. So I don't know. I don't have a specific date yet, but we'll see. Maybe within the next 2 to 3 weeks here. So I'll do a miso soup. I'll teach everyone how to make miso soup.
so you actually cooked in front of the camera and you send it. You did it through Zoom.
Yeah, I did it. I did it through Zoom, and then there was 3 or 4 other people who were cooking it live as well. So with
Oh,
me,
how fun!
yeah.
Let
So
me know when you do that miso soup because I don't know how to make it.
yeah, no, that's something I think I can do because I was able to do it for work, and the coordination wasn't that was a lot easier than I expected. So I think I'm definitely gonna do that. So I'll send out the recipe. I'll do all that as well.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. And then want to highlight this is Bruce Carnahan's comment here. I don't know why it says LinkedIn user, but hi Bruce, good evening. You and Gracie, I think you guys are the partners in crime here on LinkedIn. So want to give you a shout out as well.
Hi Bruce.
Okay, we got a couple comments here. We got a comment here from Renuka. Gracie, I don't know if you can help with this. Do you think the premium relationship will help you build professional relationships faster on LinkedIn?
Premium membership is so that you can search for the people that your ideal target, your ideal target avatar. So let's say you already know that you're looking for, I don't know, managers of a certain company. So you look for that certain company, you look for the manager, and it gives you a list of the names and their names, their profiles, and it's an easier way to connect with them. You find them, then you send them a proper invitation to connect, a good reason to connect with them, and then you start building the relationship. So I highly recommend having premium. Yes. So it's easier to find the people that you're looking for, because on the regular the free membership, you have only a certain number of searches that you can do a month, and you could be doing all your searches today and you're out of it. But on the premium version, you have more capabilities, more searches.
Yeah, great point there, Grace. I agree. So if you're just doing your regular thing, I wouldn't pay for premium. But if you're like targeting a specific group, or you really want to build up your networking, or you really want to find clients or customers, I think premium, is the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, man, I got a lot of comments here. So, okay. Let's see who sent this comment here. Oh, this is Bruce. So yeah, I don't know. We'll maybe we'll do a cooking series here, but it seems like there's a lot of excitement behind this.
Good.
Okay, so Gracie, next topic here. How do you choose who to connect with? Do you accept every connection request that comes your way, or are you selective with that?
No, I'm very selective. If I get a connection request, I read the message. If it's the generic, I like to connect with you, I'm like, but sometimes people don't know how to type a personalized invitation. So I click on view profile to see more about, learn more about this person. And then I check their headline, I check their about section, and I check every little thing that they have in their profile. And then I check also for, do we have connections in common? And sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. So if we do, then I check who are these connections. So if it's, let's say you are one of the connections and Bruce and Junette is one of my connections, probably it's a good person to contact to start building a relationship. But if it's if it's an invitation from someone who doesn't have a picture, it only says, in the headline only says, employee or self-employed, I'm like, I don't think this is a real person, or I'm not sure, I want to connect with someone like that.
Yeah, I have a slightly different approach. I accept all the connection requests because I believe that give people the benefit of the doubt that maybe they don't know that you can send a message and be a little more personalized with it. But and then sometimes I get those spam or salesy message, and I just report and block them right away. So I don't, it's like you're connecting just to increase your numbers or just to sell. That's the wrong way to do it. I do what you do as well. I go check out the profile. What I like to do when people send me a connection request and I connect and they don't send a message, I say, why did you want to connect? Because then that kind of helps me learn how to market myself, right? A lot of people will say, hey, I'm a shy introvert and and I want to get into public speaking just like you did. So I'm like, okay, that's something that stands out on my headline. Or someone says, oh, I saw that you were tagged in this person's post. And I'm like, oh, great. Are you going to attend the event? Do you have any questions and things like that? So, I would say half the time I get a really good response when I ask them, why did you want to connect? Other times they don't respond, but it's about building relationships, right? It's not about the numbers here.
Right. The other day, I met someone through a webinar, and in the webinar, we interacted. So I sent her a connection request, invitation, personalized, and instead of saying hi, nice to meet you, or yes, we just met at the so and so's webinar, she just clicked accept, and I'm like, why didn't she respond? I don't know.
Yeah, it's all about building strategic relationships, right? So you don't just connect, because then you'll forget about the person like the next day. So yeah, I like going to the profile, like you said, and just picking out specific things. If they're in school, ask them, how's school going? If they start a new job within the past few months, ask them how's the new job. So just start a conversation here, and if we have something in common, just like, hey, what kind of projects do you manage? I'm a project manager as well. So when you connect with someone, definitely start that conversation and look at the profile and pick out something interesting about them, and point that out, and comment about it.
Right. Yeah.
So I want to highlight a lot of comments here. Comment from Phil. So yep, personalized message is absolutely a must, right? So that's how people know why you want to connect with them.
Right. I really want to get to know you. What do you do? What's your business? Like, are you in the East Coast or the West Coast?
Yeah, it's yep. And then I think this is a comment from Bruce. If someone connects with you, you're not sure who they are, you can just follow them and then see what kind of content they have, and then you can build that relationship further after that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And also, meeting outside of LinkedIn is good so that you can get to know them on a one-on-one. For instance, what I do is I schedule virtual teas, and we talked about, hey, so you live in the East Coast. What do you do there? How's the weather there? And then we start talking about, what kind of business are you in? How long have you been in business? And then try to find what's something that we have in similar. We went to the same school, or we love the same football game, or whatever.
Yeah, no, I actually had a Zoom call with someone who's been connected with me for some time. He really engages on my content, and he asked me during the Zoom call we had earlier today. He said, "Hey, how do you build relationships on LinkedIn?" I said, "Hey, I'm doing a LinkedIn live about it." But I said, "Hey, how to build relationships on LinkedIn? You just do what we're doing right now. Get on a Zoom call and just chat and just talk about things, and that's how you take that relationship to the next level. Because yeah, you can engage on the comments, you can send messages back and forth, but until you actually talk to that person." That really helps as well. Now that things are opening up a little more, I like to, when I travel, I like to look up people that I know at a certain location. So 2 weeks ago, I was in New York City. So I went to LinkedIn and just looked up connections I know that are in New York. And I ended up with like 150 people. But there's people I want to build strategic relationships with, people I really want to meet in person. So end up meeting with Joe Nye in person there. So that's my tip. If you travel, just look up on LinkedIn. You can do a filtered search by location, and then you can coordinate with people and say, hey, I'll be here. I'll be in this city from this time to this time. Would you like to meet up? And it's up to people. It's up to people if they want to meet up.
Yeah, I think it was awesome that you were able to meet with him, and it's a different energy when you meet in person. So great.
Yep. So yeah, definitely look forward to that one-on-one. So, and if you're not comfortable, if you're not traveling, it's fine. Just get on a Zoom call, and that helps as well.
Yes, I have met so many people through Zoom. I mean, through LinkedIn, and then met on Zoom, and we have a good time getting to know each other. And eventually, I'm a connector. I introduce them to someone else, and someone else introduces to them, or it's a connection, collaboration.
Yeah, I like to end all of my Zoom call conversations with, "How can I help you?" Right? Like, how can I support your business? And maybe I can't help you directly, but I might know someone who can. So when you build those strategic relationships, you might not be the person who can directly help them, but you have a network as well, and share your network with that person as well.
Right. Someone may help you with something, a project or something.
Mm-hmm. So Gracie, do you have any examples of like strategic relationships you've been able to make through LinkedIn? Maybe some story of you connected with someone, you took it offline, and now you're partners in crime or something. Maybe.
Yes, Bruce Carnahan has also LinkedIn Live, and he interviews a lot of people. So one of those people that he interviewed was Tisha Hammond. Then Tisha Hammond had another, she has her live shows. So I asked her to meet for virtual tea to get to know her because she was on Bruce's team, and I like her energy. I like what she shares. So I wanted to get to know her. So we met, and this is early 2000, 2021. And so we started talking about things. And then she introduced me to the lady who did the voiceover for her video. She introduced us. So I did Tisha Hammond's intro video, and we added Trina Pole's voiceover to the video, and it sounds and it looks amazing. So from meeting Bruce, Tisha, now I'm meeting Trina Paul, who is now my client. And so it's all a win-win. We all, the great energy, we all work together, we all share similar things, and we're growing our network. So.
Yeah, no, I like that. So it's not always that first connection, but it's always the connections, and so on and so forth. So
Right. And when we first connected, I'm sorry for interrupting. When we first connected, we didn't say, "Hey, buy my product" or "hire me." It was just, like friends. You're meeting for the first time, or for the fifth time, but you're just talking like friends.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to share my example. We had June Colaroso in the comments, and I've been making content on LinkedIn, for many years now, and then she's just started basically a year ago, and she sent me a message. She's like, "Hey, I really enjoy your content, and I just want to, chat with you and just kind of learn, how you got started." And so I started chatting with her, and now she's doing amazing on LinkedIn, and through her, I was able to connect with Maria Rouse, who's been showing up in the comments, and then Maria joined me and June on her live, and then recently, maybe a few months ago, Maria joined Bruce on his live. So it's like we're all connected together. So it's just it's just all part of being on LinkedIn and engaging with each other, building these strategic relationships, and we join each other's lives, and I think that's just really, really fun.
Yes, it is.
So last topic here, we talked about a little bit earlier about people just selling right off the bat. When networking, what are some other things not to do when you're networking on LinkedIn?
Don't pitch. And when you're on let's say you're posting you have a great post and a lot of engagement, and then somebody comes in and, "Hey, buy my product. I sell X, Y, and Z product." Don't do that. They already have a conversation here going, a valuable conversation. Don't, bump in with some "buy my product." Or when you send an invitation, this is another one that people don't read the profiles, and they say, "Oh, I see you're a nurse. I like to hire you for blah blah blah." No, I'm not a nurse. No, I'm not a whatever. Read my profile first, and then try to send me, build a relationship.
Yeah, and the one you said about the nurse, I hate those automated messages. And I found a little hack that I accidentally found that shows me which of these messages are automated, because if you go to my profile, my name has the trophies in front and at the end.
Yeah.
So if you automate a message, it's going to say hello, and then take the first name. But no one is ever going to call me by the trophy emoji. So I get messages saying, "Hi, trophy emoji. I see that you're blah 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 blah." And I'm like, "No, this is an automated message, because you would never send that." So just an accidental find on my part. But yeah, don't sell right off the bat. I had people comment like their own personal links on my content, and I just reply like, "Why should I click this?" And then it's because they just automate. They just they spray it everywhere. So they're not doing things the right way, right? You have to be targeted in your networking, targeted in your pitches, so you get the right audience. You don't just spray it everywhere, because no one's going to respond to that.
Right. It's just wrong.
It's just wrong. Yep. So yep, Bruce agrees with us here. He hates automatic messages.
Yeah.
So, Gracie, any final things you want to cover here about building strategic relationships on LinkedIn?
Yes, Bruce and I are the hosts of LinkedIn Local Virtual, and this is another way to network and get to know people. So on May 27th, we're hosting LinkedIn Local Virtual over Zoom at 11 a.m. this time. In the past, we have had these events in the evenings and we have had guests. But now, this time, I want to have more engagement. I want people to get to know each other and talk with each other. So the guest is the special guest is the people who are attending, and I want them to introduce themselves and let us know how their business is impacting their clients, or is impacting the economy, or is impacting your community. And I think that that will be another great way to get to know more people and eventually build the relationships. So
How
May,
would people
what was that?
sign up for the event?
Okay, I will post here the Zoom link so you can register. And this is May 27 at 11 a.m.
Yep. Oh, appreciate
Oh,
the comments.
Pacific Standard Time.
Yep. So thank you, Bruce, for the details here. So first, connect with Gracie. This is her LinkedIn profile, and then thank you, Bruce, for the details. So May 27th, 11 a.m. Pacific time, LinkedIn local. So connect with Gracie to get all the details there. So I really like what you do, and especially with what you and Bruce do with the LinkedIn locals. It's just a great way to meet new people, to network, just to have that Zoom call, and that's how you build relationships. I joined one earlier in the year that both you and Bruce hosted, and I had a lot of fun there.
Yeah, you share amazing stuff, so we appreciate you being our guest.
Yeah. Anything else, Gracie? Any final words here?
Well, go register to attend LinkedIn Local.
Definitely. So, yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for all the comments. I really like the comments here. It really helps keep the conversation going there. But finally, thank you so much, Gracie, for joining me here and talking about building strategic relationships on LinkedIn, how to connect with people, how to build those relationships, and also what not to do when networking as well. So thank you so
Right.
much for your time, Gracie.
Thank you so much for having me. And thank you, everybody who attended.
Yep. Have a good one, everyone. Connect with Gracie and attend the LinkedIn local event on May 27th.
Have a great weekend.
All right. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Bye-bye.